Good evening, Panther fans. Welcome to the Panther Pit. For tonight's game, the Panthers host the Enka Jets tonight, as both teams are still in preseason and looking to uh, kind of dust or knock off some of the rust still. I'm Coach Juan Morales, and I'm joined tonight with Coach Trevin Talent. How are you doing, Coach?
Pretty good. It's weird being here doing this, coaching for a different team in the conference. But initially, I came here just to see how these two teams were going to play because I know these are two good teams in our area, and here we are announcing it. Good to be back in the booth again as well.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, man. For those of you that don't know, Coach Trevin Talent actually took a job up with Smoky Mountains High School, and it's been doing a great job. How's your season been going?
Pretty good. Our varsity has lost one game to North Buncombe, and then won the games we should have against smaller 1A teams, and then JV has not lost a game yet. So it's been
Oh
a good
well.
season so far.
Okay. Well, we'll see you on the field later on.
Hmm.
But tonight's going to be a good game. Last year, Inca Jets made it to Final Four as far as state playoffs. Your Franklin Panthers made it to the second round of state playoffs, losing to AC Reynolds. So tonight's going to be a good game. There's a bit of question marks in certain spots for the Panthers as far as players to put in certain positions, but I think the team has responded well, and I can't wait to see the game tonight. See how they come out.
Yeah, following Coach Matt and just doing what we've done with Panther soccer for the last many years, a lot of these Franklin teams had like smaller problems through the years. But if anything, if you saw from last year's squad, they hit their problems like early to mid-season and then got in great form at the end of this year and went on a nice winning streak into the state playoffs. So hopefully you're hoping they can, kind of iron out some of those wrinkles now. But, this out-of-conference schedule, especially against a good team like Enka that's undefeated so far and has played and further up the pitch like I know he has this year. But from the games I remember calling and watching last year, he was a nice third piece along with Aaron Jennings and Jaden Peavy on that back line and really tied that unit together. And he's someone who at the left back position seemed very comfortable, like carrying the ball and then playing the ball upfield. But I know there has been some slight struggles with playing like a little more upward this year. So we'll see if coming back to a more natural position can, really get him going.
Yeah, I saw him at the beginning of workouts, and completely different player. I mean, he was a good player in his own right last year, but now he's just so confident the way he carries himself and demands the ball.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want. He's a senior player now. He's a senior this year, so you expect nothing less from your seniors to give them all their all.
Yeah, and especially someone who was like the underclassman last year. His seniors kind of led him, and now he's supposed to do that for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And he does have 4 assists this year, so it's not like he hasn't been able to play the other positions Coach K has asked from so far. But if anything, having a nice, versatile player is always nice too. Someone who, in a pinch, you can almost put anywhere if an injury happens. Or, you have Miguel come back, and that pushes Graham a little deeper. Now you can have someone like Chino that can just play almost anywhere.
Yeah, it's great to have players like that. Do you have any stats on the Enka Jets?
Yeah. They have a senior, Brandon Miranda, who has 7 goals and 2 assists so far this year. They have a Dylan Perez, who's also a senior, who has 4 goals. And then they have a couple players with 2 assists. So it seems like there hasn't been a ton of, like, one guy's doing everything for us, but there definitely is an attacking duo up top. That seems like they are their core goal scorers so far this season.
Yeah.
And then for Franklin, I mean, we have Greg Karcher, who has 7 goals and 2 assists. We have Kevin Torres with 4 goals and 3 assists. And then we have Josiah Mascora with 2 goals and 3 assists. And then we have a couple players with a bunch of assists as well. So both teams aren't really overly reliant on one player and seem to find goals in a bunch of different areas, which is always nice.
And as us, watching this game, that's something that we definitely want to see, because the goals could come from anywhere when you see stats like that.
Yeah.
So this is why I think this game is one of the best ones, and I'm glad to have FPSN transmit this game and stream it tonight. And obviously for our viewers watching, we thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the Franklin Panthers as we are still waiting, in case you're just tuning in, on the third ref. That's the only thing that we're waiting on. Like we said, they tried to get the game underway a little bit earlier, but I'm sure the other ref, he's coming in right at 7, so he should be along any minute so we could get this game underway. But just looking over at the Enka Jets, they're kind of set with like a sweeper stopper, I think. If not, it's a back 4, maybe almost mimicking like the Panthers. They're kind of bunched up right now in the middle, so you really can't make out. But now you could kind of see the back 4, and then you see the defensive mid and a couple mids. I don't know, Coach.
Can you tell me more about the formation Franklin's running this year?
Yeah,
because I thought it was a 4-3-3 based off what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, so that's what they're running tonight, and they've been running this year. It's a 4-3-3 with the one holder right now in this game. At the moment where we're going to start off, it's going to be Graham Caldwell as the CDM, and then he has Kevin Torres in there with Miguel Cruz. And then you have your 3 top players. You have your left wing, your right wing, and your striker. Greg being at the striker, left wing. You have Jason Patino. And over here on the right, we have Josiah. But we're going to take a little break until the ref comes by, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
And we're back, for Panther fans. The game is underway now. They just kicked off. I guess they're going to wait until, well, they just got the game kicked off and we only have 2 refs, so I'm sure he's on his way, but good to get the game started so far. Let's see, good early possession here for the Panthers with a throw. Now, it's always key for your team to get settled in. I feel whoever calms the nerves first and gets on the ball and has more possession of the ball is going to dictate the game a lot sooner than the other team. So hopefully the Panthers can keep the ball at their feet, get some good passes going, and start feeling their rhythm.
And if anything, at a home game with a field you're comfortable with and you play on all the time, that should be an advantage to you to really just dictate how this game starts. But we'll see. Franklin putting up some nice little passes there. It's always nice when you can pass off the back line comfortably.
Little mistake there by Ebby, but yeah, they're starting well. They were looking to build good. Ebby does really good to get the ball back, putting the pressure on.
That kind of reminds me of Chino last year. Sometimes when he did lose it, he just won it back instantly by pressing aggressively.
Ooh, Enka looking for the switch. Ooh, the ball under Chino's.
Ken looks like he's
They
there
have
to
a
at least
chance.
come out. That's a great way to, as a goalkeeper, just kind of make not necessarily a save, not necessarily a mess up, but you saved a goal regardless by just getting in the way and blocking that attempt.
Yeah, Ken Mullen, really quick to get off his line. They're going to take this corner short. Enka's coming out to play. They smell blood, a few mistakes here and there, so they're trying to capitalize on it. Have a little mistake there from Wyatt Parlier. Let's see if the Panthers can regroup. I think this is very tough. You know, like we said last year, the Enka Jets made it to the Final Four as far as state playoffs. He's offside here. It's a great call.
Smart header, though, by the forward for Enka
Yeah.
to kind of play that ball over. But good line held by Franklin. And to talk about what Ken did right there, as a goalkeeper especially, anytime it's a 1v1 scenario and at least you can see it developing like he did, you have to be pretty much as aggressive as possible and hope that the forward's going to mess up because you're almost intimidating him into a mistake. And that's pretty much exactly what Ken did. He closed the angle and gave him no option other than to kind of hit it straight at him. Now we have
Enka
kind
with
of
a
right
good
here. Looks like they're going to
here.
take a shot. Goes over, luckily, but another good chance so far for Enka.
Yeah, Enka's starting off this game. Little mistake there. Let's see if the Panthers could shake it off. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Trevin used to be a goalkeeper, and you still do play. I've seen you play, and yeah, he's a keeper coach. He's a great keeper. He still is a great keeper. So obviously, you know, in that situation, you're more experienced. But I always tell my keepers that you want to do that to make the forward make a choice.
Yeah, you're put at a disadvantage a lot of times as the goalie, but the way you can put the numbers and situation in your advantage is by dictating the outcome, and that's exactly what I know Coach Isaac, the goalkeeper coach right now, really wants his keeper to do because he was great at doing that when he was in high school as well.
Yeah, if you stay on your line, you're pretty much inviting them to come out and just pick a spot. And
yeah, it's no man's land, and that just creates a bigger angle of the goal that you aren't blocking.
Well, this is a great ball from Chino into Jason Patino. Jason does pretty well to get his body in the way, and he manages to salvage a throw-in here for the Panthers on the far side. Chino Camacho is, you know, he's given the liberty to push up a lot, and he doesn't need a second invitation to do that. He loves getting into the forward positions. We have a little back pass mistake there by Jason. Enka's looking to counter here.
And to add on to Ian's positioning, a lot of modern teams in like the bigger soccer realm really like to have what they call like inverted fullbacks, where they'll just send one of their fullbacks up to kind of play more as like a midfielder or add as like another outside mid or winger. And it's really nice, but you really have to make sure you have your other fullback typically play a little more defensive in that regard.
Yeah, Kevin Torres almost in with a chance there. He dribbled past a couple players, then their center back finally got it. Long ball over the top looking for Greg Karcher. Nothing the defense can't handle. They're working their way out here to their right wing. He's dribbling down the line.
Like, see Ian step up here, take that ball away. There he is.
Yes, great pressure
And
from
nice
Miguel.
little feint to fake the pass to Greg, but still carry it forward. It's a possible good lofted ball, but it looks like Enka should be able to get to that.
Yeah, that was a great step. Miguel Cruz putting the pressure on that definitely facilitated Ian to come in and make the tackle and win the ball back.
Yeah, Franklin's honestly looked for the long pass a couple times already. Not that it's been the wrong play at all just yet, but they're definitely not afraid to send that long forward pass.
Panthers losing possession of the midfield. Enka will take it up. They're being a little patient here watching the runs. Malik doing great coming out. Kind of shielding. Ooh, a little mistake here by Ken. Maybe miscommunication there.
It didn't look like he got a clean grasp of the ball when he first got to the box, and since he was so close to the line, once he did get up, that ball was already out and just had to kick it up to. Looked like it was Ian that he passed it to. But looked like a foul got called on the play right afterwards, so it will be a free kick for Franklin. Looks like he finds Kevin in midfield, who tries to go for a chest settle but quickly loses it. Looks like that's number 2 for Enka, one of their captains.
See the Panthers trying to work the ball up. Josiah with the ball at his feet. Can't find the right pass. And Enka would try and bail for the back. We're seeing this a lot now, obviously, because the game has changed and you need a keeper to play with your feet. You know, that's just an extra player on the field. But yeah, most teams look to build from the back, just how this is. They draw in the press and they hope to beat the press and work the way up the field here.
Franklin doing a good job keeping good shape in their midfield. I know that's a problem for a lot of teams at this level, especially the ones that really want to attack, but looks like a chance here by Enka with number 14.
Oh, there's a chance. Oh, and that's
a goal.
Little miscommunication there. I think Ken's off his line, and and he's just put it into an open goal.
Yeah, that's a situation where I guess he thought he was going to have to close out because the guy was going to have to keep dribbling out to the 18, and he was going to try to close that off there. But Brandon Miranda was smart enough to see the keeper out of position, and honestly, looking at the initial chance, like you didn't totally expect a shot to come, but smart thinking of him to kind of find a shot with the keeper out of position a little bit.
And yeah, number 7 there, Brandon Miranda is
number
Miranda?
14.
14.
Brandon Miranda or
Okay.
Miranda. Yeah, that's his 8th goal of the season. You know, I mean, he's their leading goal scorer, and we see why. That was smart playing on his toes right there.
So yeah.
I was going to say, Ken, he kind of knows what he did, I'm sure. He was probably coming out not expecting the shot, and sometimes when you come out, it's really nice to be aggressive like on the first chance, but you kind of put yourself in this no man's land where you're not close enough to goal to like stop a shot that's a little far away from you, even if it is a weaker shot, and you're also not close enough to the shot to like get your body in front of him, close off the angle. And unfortunately for Franklin, that's just what happened right there.
Little mistake in the back. The Panthers would like to bounce back to get a goal quickly. They're doing good keeping the possession up here. Josiah was the one that worked the ball over there, passed it off to Miguel Cruz, but sadly nothing came out of it. Now it's a little bit of an uphill battle. This is always good to see a little bit in preseason. You fall behind against a good team. Now it's Kevin Torres here trying with a shot. A little bit, it was going wide all day, but it shows a lot of character of what your team is made of. Can you bounce back against a good team here? And I guess we're going to find out that question tonight. The guys look like they're fighting and trying to get back into the game, but it's always an uphill battle when you give, when it's a little mistake like that and you give up a goal. Now you're playing catch up.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up a goal sometimes, especially, when no side has really stuck out as the clear favorite. But giving a goal on a simple play and a simple mistake / miscommunication, that's where it's frustrating because a goal in soccer just means so much in this game. And that sometimes that can, wear on people's mentals. Ooh, nice little 1-2 there by Enka. Looks like Miranda's going to have another chance here. Looks like Ken's ready to come out. Gets a hand on it, but Miranda just able to chip him just enough to find his second goal of the game and an early brace for the senior.
Yeah, there's the second goal. The Panthers opened up there. Nice little 1-2 here on this side created the chance. Once they got played through, it was, yeah, I mean, all he had to do was pick his spot at that point.
Yeah, and that's a frustrating thing. Yeah, they played the 1-2, and I mean, I couldn't say for sure on what the center backs did, but in that scenario, you know your fullback's pushing up, and you know what a 1-2 looks like. You know it's probably a 1-2 chance. Looks like one of our center backs tried to get to the ball there, but just barely got beat, and Miranda showed some speed and found the placement in the net. And, 2-0 first, not even 10 minutes of the game so far. You really have to be keeping your head high and really fighting for it now, because this is where games like this can slip if you get down on yourself and really just don't fight as much as you should.
Yes. No, Miranda, number 14, definitely showing why he's their top goal scorer. He just has a little knack of being in the right place at the right time. This is great switch here.
Yeah.
Miranda's
Found himself on side, too. Timed that run very nicely. Ball just right between number 13's legs, and then a shot for Enka, which fell pretty calmly into Kin's hands. So looks like the back line for Franklin, not really like most awake right now. I mean, I don't want to say they're, sleeping necessarily, but it's just there's been some easier balls that have gone through that probably shouldn't have so far, and you're really hoping that does not continue to be the case.
I think it's a little bit of a shock that they conceded to so quickly in the first. Now we're in the first 10 minutes. Conceding to can definitely rattle you, but like we said, let's see what they're made of. Let's see if we could, if the Panthers could bounce back. Good little fake there from Ian Camacho.
Yeah. Fortunately, found the ball. Their
There's
midfielder number 2 for Enka has
Ooh, he looks to square it. Still with the
and
ball.
Looks like Enka scores another goal. That one was nowhere near as clean as the other ones, but yeah, they somehow find the back of the net again in the first 10 minutes.
I thought, Miranda being on a hat trick, I thought once he goes past Ken, he's shooting all day. But
Yeah.
he squares it and, helps his teammate to get on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, looks like that was number 6 for Enka. That is Caden Hoppenstead Jr. Yeah, honestly, I thought the moment the goal was open, I thought for sure Miranda was going to shoot it, but selfless play by him to set his teammate up. Ball kind of bounced around and got stuck, but a quick little leg in, was able to find the spot where Ken wasn't after coming out on a 1v1 and just missing it. And, yeah, a little fumble right there is going to lead to a deep Enka throw.
Yeah.
And their midfielder, number 2, their captain, he's been great so far. He's won the ball right there at the start that third goal and then made a nice incisive pass to Miranda. Great tackle there by Miguel. Nice to see him back again.
Good little body shield right there to swivel away from him. Josiah is still staying in there.
Graham able to chest it a little bit to Miguel. Go on, Coach.
I just want to say after the third goal, Coach Matt made a sub here. He took out Wyatt Parlier, the center back, and put in J.C. Taggy. Now he's in at center back.
Seems like he gets a little more height. Seems pretty active. Almost got an accidental handball, but looks like Inca's won it again. Miranda tried to backheel pass to number 2, their midfielder, Alex Delgado. Delgado. Pronunciations when you haven't seen some of these names is always tricky.
Ball into Miguel Cruz. He'll fight for this ball.
Able to find Graham. Looks like it. Number 22 for Inca tried to look like he'd take a shot or just a hard tackle. Ian's carrying it up. It plays it straight to another Inca midfielder. The passes have not been there for Franklin so far. It looks like a great sliding tackle for Franklin.
Great job by Kevin Torres to get back.
Yeah, especially seeing a more offensive-minded player at times get back on defense and throwing that effort. Hopefully he's going to fire the team up.
Let's see. Inca making a couple of subs. Looks like they're taking off number 14 Miranda right now. Yeah, he will be going off.
Personally, if I was Franklin, I would take this somewhat of an insult because if someone scored 3 goals and has already been subbed, or scored 2 goals and been involved in another and is already getting subbed off, it kind of tells you like what they think of the game currently.
Yeah, kind of maybe protecting their player here for a little bit, but this is a great opportunity for the Panthers to just have the ball. When you concede goals like this, you need to get back into your rhythm somehow and just possess the ball. To get that confidence back, just possess and work your way up and try and get one back as quickly as possible.
Looks like a couple other subs, too. Ian's coming off for number 3 over at left back. That's Cameron Loins.
Oh, yeah, Cameron Lyons in for Chino Camacho over on that left back spot.
Franklin trying some stuff on the back line to see what's going on, but have to see if any substantial progress gets made here. Enka's pretty much lived this entire last 15, 10 minutes on Franklin's half, so have to see if anything changes. Nice little pass, but number 11 for Enka couldn't settle it. Lyons makes a first pass over to Graham just over his head.
Good little battle here between number 2 and Graham Caldwell. Forces him into a mistake. Greg Karcher on the ball. Good idea there from Cameron. You could definitely see what he wants to do. Just his touch takes it a little bit too heavy and forces the ball too wide.
Yeah, and sometimes the thing, your first time you have the ball in the game, you're not exactly calibrated to, having the ball at your feet after sitting on the bench for 15-ish minutes. So hopefully that's something you can iron out for the rest of this half.
Enka with some good play to play out from the back. That's how most teams look, and also how the Panthers would probably, they look to play the same way. They draw you in, and then they break your line of press, and then they go forward into your, whether that be your defensive line, if not your midfield line.
Yeah, startling, honestly, thing I've seen from Franklin so far isn't the case right there. Nice little
Good
step
job,
by
Kevin.
To take the ball away. Still has it. Still trying to get through Enka's defense. Makes a nice little pass to Greg Karcher. Greg tries to hit out wide. It looks like a wayward touch. Sends that ball up towards the back line. Gale looks like he'll be able to win it again, though, luckily. Finding Graham again in the midfield. Graham they're dribbling themselves, honestly, into where the players are a lot of time. And I don't know if that's just poor communication on the field or what it is, but Graham thought he had time to cut back and just took himself right into an Enka player. And then when he passed it back, almost gave it straight to the forward that was sitting there.
Enka pressing, there's a good run here off the ball. Number 2 saw him a little bit too late, and he didn't want to risk the offside position there. Enka being patient here.
Having an overlapping run coming from their fullback.
Ooh, nice ball inside the fullback here on Cameron. Ken doing really well being off his line to be the sweeper keeper right there.
Yeah, I think he's learned from those 2 other mishaps, because that was a very similar scenario to that third goal where it looked like he almost could have got dribbled past, was able to get in front of it. Number 2 for Enka, their captain, takes a shot from outside the box. Kevin trying to send a forward pass, but just cannot find anyone right now. And then, I can't really say much of what Franklin's doing crazy well, because a lot of the passes, even when they are attacking, isn't working. And 15 right there for Enka was onside because 21 kept him onside. And looked like that might have been a pin, but Ken came out and the ref didn't call it. So good little 1-on-1 there by Ken.
Well, it's like what we were talking about at the first, opportunity that Enka had here in the game. You force the forward into making a decision, and Ken doing really well. If he stays on his line, he brings that down, and then he takes a shot.
Yeah.
But Ken really, really fast off his line, forcing the forward to make a mistake. And he did really well there.
Franklin, though, needs to figure that out, because that was a very lazy chance to get off. Their right back just was way further back than he should be and just gave up tons of space. Looks like Enka attacking again, but the ball's won very nicely. Looks like Graham has it now in midfield, trying to find an outlet. He finds Cameron Lyons, who's trying to find the outside pass to
Jason
Patino, yeah, sorry. And looks like Franklin's going to have a throw. So some nice little signs of life offensively.
Yeah. Now, if you're Franklin, you want to possess. You don't want to force turnovers like that, especially in the midfield, because Enka will punish you for it. And, as a Panther, player right now on the field, you're 3 goals down with 24 minutes left in the half. You need to have some possession, feel comfortable, and get that confidence back on the ball. Otherwise, if you just lose the ball, you won't be able to rest with it. When you have the ball, you have the time to rest with it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have a chance out here wide. We'll see if he makes a drop. Lyons has it now, trying to send the upward pass, but number 10 for Enka was able to get in the way. And once again, trying to target Jason Patinia, but just does not find it. They drop it calmly back to their goalkeeper, who makes a pretty simple pass. They seem all right with dropping it to him, but Franklin able to win possession after forcing a miss pass. Greg Karcher here with a little deeper of a roll, getting around a defender. See what he has forward. Not much of an option, and then just takes it out of bounds. That's just unforced, if we're being honest.
A little bit too much. I think he was a little bit caught into 2 minds, whether to drop it back into Ebi Rios there, his right back, or turn on the ball, and caught in between 2 minds and ends up kicking the ball out of play.
Yeah, sometimes that indecisiveness between like two things just kind of makes you do one thing in between that doesn't really serve the purpose of either goal. And yeah, does a skill move and just has a heavy touch. And now we have an Enka throw after a promising chance.
Enka with another sub. Let me see if I can't see the number for who the guy that just came in. That looks like number 18 or 19, Dylan Perez.
Enka attacking again pretty calmly,
Ooh.
just almost 1-2ing down the pitch. It looks like there's going to be a chance here off the side. Number 6 might have a shot. The defender able to get in front of it. Looks like that was
JC.
recently subbed in. Yeah.
JC Taggy with the
Yeah.
block there. Does really well. To
I'm
block
happy
that.
he goes by JC because I don't know if I can pronounce Jachemius.
Yeah, he said it to me one time, and yeah, I don't want to butcher your name, JC.
But yeah, good play, especially from someone got subbed on during this little goal onslaught that Franklin went through. Way to get involved on a shot on goal right there in the box.
Enka possessing. You see a little frustration there from Greg. Good pressure there from Kevin Torres. Greg looking to do a little 1-2 of their own right there. Try and play him in. Enka will look to get forward, but really calm on the ball. Know how to get out of their situations that's at hand. Good little move there by their forward, trying to see if that ball was going to bounce past JC, and JC does a great job there.
Yeah.
Who's that? Number 9, Alex Jimenez.
And looks like there's another sub for Enka coming on. I can't quite make the number from here. It looks like a 12 maybe, but they have a new right back in the game. Looks like a sub for Franklin as well. Looks like Jason Patino is coming off. And
it looks like Aaron Dewhurst is on that far side.
Yep, that's number 7.
Good tackle there by Miguel. Cameron Lyons with a great step.
Yeah, he's been pressing up really nice, but hopefully he can find a nice little pass here, and he does. Looks like Dewhurst is going to have his first touches of the game. Kind of leaves the ball behind him, but is able to find Lyons for, looks like a pass back to Graham. Graham probably looking for his midfielder partner right there. Never mind, finds the Enka defender, number 19. It looks like Enka's going to have another chance here. Yeah, they're very calm. That's the biggest thing you could say is that Enka's been very calm with the ball at their feet in almost any scenario so far tonight. Haven't really overthought it. Nice defense by Ebi Rios right there. And then tries to find the outward pass, but unfortunately looks like goes out of bounds for a Enka throw.
Yeah, it looks like an Enka throw. Ebi Rio is doing really well.
And never mind. I think he might be getting subbed
yeah,
off.
he's going to sub over here for the left back. Or not. He comes back. I think they decided to call off somebody else.
I think the big thing I'm seeing from Franklin right now that looks like somewhat of a weakness, and I don't know if it's just the fullbacks aren't pressing up enough, but there's a lot of space out wide for Enka, and they have had no problem switching it and finding it like they are going to do right here most likely. So something they'll have to monitor. It's kind of tough, though, because Enka's also passed a lot in the middle, so there's no real solution to that at the moment, but they've kind of just had whatever they've wanted so far this half.
They have done great just finding the spare man there in the midfield.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
Went out wide, but then went right back to the midfield, and the midfielder who wasn't a part of the play just came back, took that space, and gave the outlet. Looks like a chance here for number 19. Ken's out of his box, though, and came off his line. And
looks like he made a great save there, Ken Mullen.
Yeah, looks like it'll be corner for Enka. Great save, and can't really say much about his ability off the line tonight. It's been huge for making this score. It's 3-0, but with all the 1v1 saves right now, it could be a lot more.
Yeah. Enka will take this corner. Number 19, Dylan Perez.
Finds the header of number 12, the recently subbed on Reed Bryant, but it goes off him and out of bounds. Looks like Lions will have a throw deep in Franklin territory. Tries to give Dubrance a chance.
Just gets out-bodied there.
Yeah, and that's when you're 5'6", something, that's kind of just what happens sometimes.
A ball played forward by Kevin Torres, but really not just into a general area, really not into somebody's feet.
Yeah, that's been the big thing. Like the idea of a lot of the passes has been there for Franklin, but the execution and actually like making it something easy to settle has just not happened at all. And once again, that wide outlet's just there, and they're gonna have a through pass open up this side, or they just switch to the other side and have a pass there regardless.
Enka working the ball really well from side to side, then coming back into the middle here, forcing the chance up here, looking for the through ball. Cameron Lyons, he's done pretty well since coming in on that left side.
Yeah, I think he thought the ball was off of Enka right there, but unfortunately it was off of Franklin. But no, I mean, he has been on it pretty much every time he's pressed up, and a long shot here by, looks like, number 19 for Enka.
That's Dylan Perez, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that number 14 is
No, it looked like 19. Yeah, Dylan Perez,
19.
their other senior with 4 goals so far this year. So someone that can probably score from
Ooh,
there.
a mistake right away.
Unfortunate back pass from Ken here. Looks like number 15 is going to have a chance. Takes the shot and just finds the bottom corner. That's something that's just tough. Nice seeing number 21, Evie Rios, console Ken right there. But, yeah, that's a mistake you just can't have happen on a goal kick. Found the feet of an Enka player, and there was not much that had to happen after that for a goal.
Yeah, Kim will be the first one to tell you he's disappointed in himself there. He just needs to let the mistake go and get it out of his mind and just focus on the rest of the game.
Yeah, and that's everything has not gotten easier for Franklin so far. You thought for a while they were kind of, getting themselves back in the game, but then, I mean, just another small, simple mistake like the first goal where it's just small stuff like that will cost you, especially when it's a good team, and just self-inflicted wounds have killed Franklin so far.
The ball launched into the corner here. Franklin Panthers, it's kind of a trademark thing that they like to do is launch the ball into the corner so you have them pinned into their own half and looking to high press. But here,
or you just get them to win a throw in deep based off a bad throw-in attempt.
Yeah.
So that works too. Matt's usual philosophy off that is try to take your defensive shape early in the game and kind of see what they're doing and really press them high. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a team like Enka, it's tough to do that with how well they've been able to play it out of the back.
Yes.
Looks like a throw in here. Had a chance. Josiah had the ball for a second, but quickly got it taken away. Graham's gonna have a chance here. See if he takes a shot. Tries to either take a shot or a pass, but doesn't matter either way. I think it calmly clears it. Looks like Franklin will have a chance to attack from their back line.
Malik with the ball into Cameron. Cameron plays the ball into Miguel Cruz. Cruz gives it out to Graham, who almost gets dispossessed there.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't hear anything from up here, but I don't think anyone said anything about man on or something. I think Graham thought he had more time, but Enka's press almost stole the ball from him. And then just another simple mistake right there. You just can't be passing it straight to white jerseys when you have options available.
Enka very patient there, not forcing the ball, even though they got the turnover at the midfield line, knowing that they were 4v4 there. They will definitely, this is what they're trying to do. They are trying to make the midfield come out and press, and then they find the free man, and once they break your line of press here in the midfield, then they just break on you here.
Yeah, and that's something that, I mean, if you've done any drill as a kid, and another wayward pass right there. It was a tough scenario for Taggy just because it was someone pressing on him, but still couldn't find it. And if you've done any soccer drill almost any time in your life, you know what triangles are like. You know that's exactly what they're trying to set them up in, and it's happened all day.
Good look there by Miguel Cruz trying to play the ball inside of the fullback. When you do stuff like that, play the ball inside of the fullback instead of into the feet of the attacker, the fullback now has to turn. And me as a fullback, I play right back. That's very difficult, especially if the ball and the run is perfectly timed. Now you're playing catch up, and the ball's not in front of you. You have to turn, and you're running towards your goal.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're defending and someone makes a pass to an area you can't really see, and that moment you turn, you kind of lose where the ball is and where the defender is. So it's tough to defend. But I mean, the Enka player did a great job right there, turning and reading the ball.
Yeah, we have a substitution. Greg Karcher is out. I'm not sure yet who went in for him, but as soon as I get a good look here on his number, I will let you guys know.
Ooh, Enka tried to send the.
Oh, it looks like Salvador Rios is up top. I want to say he's number 9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Salvador Rios, sophomore, in for Greg Karcher. Maybe just giving Greg a little break. Sometimes when you're on the field and you come out, you see you see where you need to be. It gives you clarity of, kind of that take a step back and kind of look at what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, especially with our view, we have the bird's eye view, and it makes it really easy to say maybe what someone should have done or what Franklin can do. But when you're on the pitch, it's sized down, everything's all close to you. You don't really understand exactly what the issues are. So sometimes those subs can be a good moment to just tell your players, hey, this is what's going on. Let's think about how we're doing this. Let's work on this. And then you can send them back out there with different instructions and hopefully different results.
Enka with the turnover again, winning the ball back in the midfield, looking for this through pass here. Ken's off his line, JC first to the ball. Wasn't going to take no chance and just kicks it out.
Yeah, as a keeper personally, I'd just be yelling keep and saying that ball's mine, but I can't really tell exactly what happened there. But Taggy with the decisive clearance, no nonsense. And looks like might have been another bad throw for Enka.
It's a sub.
Oh, sub, okay.
Yeah, they had whistled for a sub and they took the throw in. So, looks like, oh no, I thought Coach Matt was going to take off Miguel Cruz here. He was walking over to the side like he was coming off.
It looks like Alex Jimenez is coming off for Enka, and Jesus Miranda is coming on, number 4, playing left back.
Great little turn there.
It looks like there's an outside pass here to Josiah if he can find it, but Miguel unfortunately forced back. I wish Graham would have made something like a call or something because he had a lot of space in the midfield, but they were not able to find it. Something I'd like to see Franklin maybe switch it a little more or maybe send some more bodies that are out wide and a little more central because Inca's just kind of suffocating wherever that ball is, and Franklin doesn't really have too many options to pass outside of that initial 20 yards where the ball's at right now.
Enka working the ball here. Heavy touch there. Let's see if the Panthers could capitalize here on this chance. It's a 3v4 situation. Chava Rios with the ball just couldn't get past the left back here.
Yeah, and looks like Franklin's been a little light on their passes today. Even like the ones they have missed haven't really been sent with too much power. And right there, looked like they probably should have put a little more pace on that ball with that 1-2. That ball kind of invited that other Enka defender to get involved more than it should have.
Enka again working the ball out of the press, out of the Franklin press there.
Honestly, I feel like the biggest reason Enka's got no problem just possessing is because that's what's more the most for him. I mean, they've hit on a couple nice through balls, but Franklin's had no problem with the recent subs stepping up to some of those long passes.
Great switch there by, I want to say it was Graham Caldwell.
Yeah.
Josiah, my scorer, just couldn't control it there. He claps that good switch over there by Graham.
Yeah, and it's open for Franklin, but you also got to have the touch to keep that ball in bounds too, which is always a tough ball to keep.
Kevin Torres does a great job to win the ball back. Goes for the shot with his left foot, but it's over the bar. We really haven't, well, the Panthers have not worked the keeper, so we really can't say. He's good with his feet as far as playing out from the back, but I would like somebody to put a shot on goal to see, if he's focused. As a keeper, when you're up 4-0, you can kind of, daydream off a little bit and not stay focused. So I just want to see somebody just put a shot on goal and just test him.
Yeah, and if anything, if you haven't had a shot to your hands and who knows how long, you can just be a little more rusty than you normally would be as well if you're not exactly just involved with the action of the game. Looks like a lot of midfielders had a chance but kind of overplayed the ball right there for Franklin.
Let's see. We have, during that goal kick there, we have another sub. Looks like they took off Kevin Torres and they put in Jose Dominguez. Another sophomore, I think it's number 23 there in the middle of the field.
And he did try to hit a through pass right there with a good bit of power, but just unfortunately caught the left back right there a little bit and got it blocked. Deep throw here. Looks like it'll be another chance for Ken to come out and clear it.
Clears it straight to the middle. Doesn't force the shot here. He takes the shot there.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Very lucky for Franklin that was not on target because Ken was out of position a little bit right there. And yeah, just another situation where when you're got the ball at your feet as a goal, you have to be very decisive. And a lot of the time, I tell the keepers I'm coaching, or even me, like, I don't care if I have to boot this in outer space if I know no one's going to have a chance to shoot on it right afterwards as I'm out of position. And, yeah, another almost mishap right there, but luckily Inca's not able to capitalize. Smart play by number 2 for Inca to see that position and try to get a lofted goal in there, but unfortunately for him, it was wide.
Yeah, number 2 did really well not to rush the shot first time. He did a little move to create the space and to work that shot.
Yeah, a lot of players know you're 100% right about that. A lot of players, anytime the goalie's out of goal, they feel like no matter what part of the field they're in or any situation they're in, they have to shoot right now. When in reality, you can honestly do better for yourself by being patient in those scenarios.
There's
Looks like a
another
nice little
switch.
switch by Miguel right there. Finds Josiah, but number 4 with a great tackle right there. Very physical, but able to win the ball for Enka.
Great
And
tackle.
looks like they're just going to calmly pass it back. Yeah, they have no problem doing that. Good press right there by Franklin to make it somewhat of an uncomfortable chance, but
Well,
Enka's got no problem just possessing right here.
yeah, they are just baiting them into doing that press so they can get into this position here.
It's like number 11 for Enka trying to open up a shot for himself. Love to see him get the ball off his foot. Number 21 for Enka has it, but shoots it into the body of number 13 for Franklin.
Uses his body really well there to shield the ball. Again, Inca being patient once they do have the ball here, using their drops here and just drawing out the Franklin Panthers. Then he will drop it here. And this is what they're looking to do. They're looking to draw you out to find the space back here. And this is when the players, you know, as far as your center backs, your center defensive mid, have to be switched on and look on their shoulder to see all the runs and all the movement in behind them. Because once you draw them out, they will look to break the press, and then they look for this killer ball here. He's
Wow.
going to square this ball, far post. Yep.
And
he just misses it.
wow, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, on one hand, you just have to say that's a blatant miss, but I really do like the pressure that was applied there by Cam Lyons. He really didn't have a chance to make too much of an impact on the ball in that play, but the bare minimum kind of made the forward, I feel like, take a second thought about what he was doing and skied it over. Good play by Enka, but did not find the back of the net.
Very good play there by Inca. As soon as I saw that through pass, I knew
Mhm.
he was going to square that straight to him. And
Yeah,
like
you-
you say, great pressure there just to put him off. You know, he's sitting there thinking he has what we call a sitter, is an open goal. And, yeah, just the pressure just got to him, and he skied it.
And that's the type of effort you need sometimes, especially down this much. I mean, you don't have to make that play. That's not something you have to do. But when you do it, and it does do something like that, you notice the difference.
Yeah.
And also, Franca, they're not the type of team, from what I've seen so far, to really force that shot at a wide angle. So hopefully Franklin can see that and not necessarily wane off on that shot, because you don't want to give an easy shot if he does get close to the goal, but just be more prepared for that square pass right across the box, because they have done that plenty of times so far.
Again, being patient with the ball and just working the ball, trying to find the space here. Space for the right back, looking to get the cross in. Ken does well to not give up the corner here.
Yeah, and their fullbacks have no problem coming up and just giving outlets or being supporting pieces in the attack. And just like earlier we were talking about when Inca's kind of building out the wide spaces are open, those wide spaces are definitely open when you have your fullbacks pushing up on an offensive chance. And Inca's had no problem finding it so far.
There's a good ball over the top.
Looks like Ebi Rios was a little hesitant. Looks like it's going to be another chance, and just finds the back corner of the goal, and another 1v1 right there. Yeah, Ebi Rios,
Ebi's
just a tough
disappointed
scenario
with
right
himself.
there. Misread the ball and just went over his head for an easy chance for Enka.
We got some subs coming in. We got Alex Trivet coming in. I'm not sure for who.
It looks like it's going to be Rios based off the body language.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate scenario, but, I mean, this is something you can hopefully learn from right here, of just reading that ball in the air, because it's been a tough night so far for him.
In Camacho looks like he's back into the game. Trying to figure out who he took off.
And, like, just to give a little, like, guidance from, like, just playing experience that I've had and other people have had, like, it's usually a lot easier to drop with the ball and, like, keep running with it and then to go forward if you need it, versus trying to stay so up with it, thinking it's going to fall and then it not falling, and trying to jump backwards or make a touch on it, or just coming forward at all at that point. 'Cause it's always easier to go forward than it is backwards. And just a tough situation, but Franklin's almost subbed out their entire back line so far, and some of the subs they have made a big difference. So we're seeing if Alex Trivet can do the same here.
I think what happened here was Kevin Torres is back into the game. It looks like Aaron Dewhurst is out of the game. I'm not 100% sure who Chino came in for.
Nice little tackle earlier there by Miguel. Graham did a nice job of showing back to the other midfielder he was with. A nice ball by Trivet, trying to find the forward up top, but unfortunately, ball just once again lost for Franklin.
Great job by Malik Walker there, stepping into the ball and giving the ball to Chino Camacho, looking to create something here.
Good little chance right there by Chino, but lofted pass unfortunately finds an Enka player. And looks like Enka's going to have a chance here. Their forward has a step on Franklin. We'll see when he decides to make this pass. He's trying to drop back a little bit. Looks like they might be okay with possessing it or not.
He does really well there to draw 2 Panthers to him and gets the cross in, but the forward here, he never made that run. If he makes that run, he has a chance right there at the PK, PK spot.
Looks like 2 people with just different understandings of what was going to happen. I think he was expecting like them to kind of come back and, you know, get some of their players more up top. And, yeah, the winger was expecting his forward to be right at that penalty spot. But good disciplined positioning right there by Trivet, not getting too sucked in, not getting too involved with where the ball was, and able to clear that ball before it fell to the other winger.
Free kick for Enka here in the Panthers half. This is a dangerous ball right here that's going to come in. Panthers do good to get in the way.
Yeah, not enough height put on that ball to clear the wall. And looks like Chino's going to have a chance right here. Playing on his opposite side, but still getting very involved. Tries to hit a little outside foot pass, but can't find our man up top. It looks like there's going to be a wide chance here for Cam Lyons. Trying to send another ball up. Does look like he can find – that's Jason Patinia, correct?
No, that looks like
Kevin Torres, excuse me.
Kevin Torres, yeah.
But unfortunately, just Enka throw once again. I mean, I can't think of one clear, decisive chance Franklin's really had so far this half. So hopefully once Coach Matt talks to him at halftime, they can adjust and create some chances in the second half.
See Enka with another turnover here.
I think a big thing is we've pointed out when Franklin does it a couple times, but their midfielders are not afraid to just make the pass to them and then just move around them and give them another supporting pass right afterwards. They're not looking to just make the pass and go forward, which is kind of a stark difference from how some of the mids for Franklin are and how some of the mids for Enka have attacked so far.
Right back making a good play over there on his side, winning the ball back and trying to create something going forward. Malik does really well to win the ball back and release Chino here to try and find Greg up top, but just no luck.
Yeah, unfortunate ball because if you could have found Greg's feed, that could have been nice. But if you could have led Josiah, it also could have been nice. But just kind of found between the two of them, and of course the Enka center back was right there to clear it. It's like Josiah has the ball with a man to his back, finds Graham for the outlet. Graham trying to find the next pass, calmly dribbling through everyone. Nice little play right there. Looks like Kevin's going to have it, trying to set up Greg, and just that didn't really seem like a pass that had much thought behind it. Just kind of hit it forward without really much, no one up there really.
Ooh, mistake here by Cameron Lyons. He's been solid ever since he came in. JC with a good tackle there to allow Chino to win that ball.
Unfortunately, a wayward touch for Greg sends that ball flying out of bounds, and will be another Enka throw. Ian was showing good energy right there in the midfield, not afraid to kind of stick a shoulder in there to win that ball, but Enka's got a lot of space right here with their fullback pushed up, and we'll see. It looks like number 2 is wide open for Enka. Has a settle, has a nice little move. Looks like he might be taking a shot, and looks like it's blocked by Cam Lyons.
Into the final minute here of the half. If you're just joining us, the Panthers are down 5-0 right now. You know, Enka capitalizing on some mistakes and playing some good football here, but definitely a uphill battle for the second half as far as you know, coming back into this game. I'm interested to you know, see what Coach Kolosik will say to his team at halftime.
Yeah, and with just that play right there, I think Franklin's almost too afraid to just like possess their way up the pitch because they feel like they need so many goals right now. Ian and a lot of his midfielders had a ton of space right there, but he just decided to send that ball up, and sure enough, it was out of bounds and just Enka possession once again.
To the last 10 seconds here. Again, second half will be a big test, and we will expect the Panthers to come back and, you know, show a little bit more fight, maybe a few goals from them. But that would do it for the half. We're here live at the Panther pit. Franklin 0, Enka 5. We'll be back.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
And we welcome you back to the Panther Pit at half of this match. The Enka Jets up on the Franklin Panthers 5-0 as we get back into sports coverage here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Our first broadcast of the 24-25 athletic calendar as the football team on Friday night had an impressive 33-13 victory over the Murphy Bulldogs, and they'll be back at action coming up on Friday here at the Pit against the Robbinsville Black Knights. Here's the upcoming broadcast schedule on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. You see the football kickoff here at the Pit, celebrating the 75th year of football here at the Pit and the final year of the Panther Pit in its current configuration. And we'll kick it off at 7:30 right here live on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Then we'll head up the hill to the Panther Den for some volleyball action coming up on September 3rd. A week from tomorrow, the day after Labor Day, the Panthers will take on the North Henderson Lady Knights at a big conference game. That'll be at about 6 o'clock, 6:30 or so from the Panther Den on September the 3rd. Then more football action for you next Friday, as it's the Swain County Maroon Devils invading the Panther Pit. And we'll have that ball game right here on FPSN. Some more volleyball and a couple of football games before we get back here to the Panther Pit for boys soccer. Our next broadcast will be on October the 9th. It's the East Henderson Eagles and the Franklin Panthers here at the Pit. And then we'll close out the year of our soccer broadcast against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs here at the Pit on October 23rd. That will be senior night for Coach Klosnick's seniors here at the Pit. And you see the rest of the schedule. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if that's the platform you're watching us on here tonight. Or if you're watching us on the Facebook page of the Franklin Panther Sports Network, then go ahead and like our Facebook page and make sure that you hit the bell on both platforms. You get the notification so that when we go live, you'll know that we're live and you can tune in to watch whatever sport that you may want to tune in for, whether it's boys soccer, whether it's girls volleyball, or it's Panther football. We'll have it here in the months of August, September, and October, even into November. The final game here at the Panther Pit is November 1st before the wrecking ball comes in and they start constructing phase 1 of the new Franklin High School project. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back and the boys will rejoin you for the second half. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.